So, Spitball, another Spitball. This is your
Spitball.
final Spitball.
The final Spitball.
If you don't listen to our podcast and you only watch our videos, this is the end of the road for Keith. He's
It
leaving us.
We've originated, an incredible segment here. We've used the same water out of the same bottle every video.
This bottle was full when we started our Spitball videos.
We've come full
That's
circle.
how far we've come, mate.
Whoever loses has to drink the rest.
Oh, God.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Let me get my video ready.
Oh, so I'll go.
Okay, I guess you're going first.
Yeah, no, I'll take it.
All right.
I'm just going to go. I'm going to cheat, start. I'm going to see if I can get something to get me in the zone,
What does that mean?
That means I'm going for the Spielberg.
Oh.
You ready?
Yep. Well,
did they hit Jaws? Is there water on Jaws?
I want you to go again because, I want to know how... Let's go back through the archives and figure out how many you've actually not...
I know. See, this is when you're a co-host for someone's podcast, part of your job is to make them look good. I've been second to none. All right, you ready? If this doesn't stick,
Look,
mate...
there's your problem. You squeeze it too hard, mate.
Sorry, I just get excited.
Just sloppy.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
It hit Jaws. It hit Jaws. It didn't stick, but it hit...
Okay, well, the second question is, what the hell is Creepshow doing on the top?
Yeah, I don't know.
God,
It hit Jaws. Sick.
well, Jaws, it's just been 4th of July in America.
Of course.
Jaws is a 4th of July film.
It is. It's a staple.
Yep.
What a scene that is. Is that the scene where the kids are in the water with a fake fin?
Mm.
Is that? Yeah, that's it.
Well, the whole premise of it is the weekend is the 4th of
Yeah,
July.
of
and
course.
It's the most, tourist-heavy
Indeed.
season. But, this is top 5 of all time for me. Like, this is my favourite Spielberg film.
Yeah, it probably is mine too, to be
Favourite
honest.
and his best.
You think it's his best? Yeah, I
I don't think there's any argument. I think even if you're like,
Dang.
if you're a film like scholar, you'd have to agree, like the technical aspects of the film, what it took to make the film, the age he was when he made the film.
He was a young man.
A shark that doesn't work.
Yeah, it's a terrible time.
Shooting at sea.
Yeah. Robert Shaw to deal with.
The fact that it turned out the way it did.
Yeah,
I think
amazing.
it's a masterpiece.
It is absolutely is a masterpiece.
It changed an entire culture too. People stopped going to the beach.
They did. Well, it invented the blockbuster, did it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a brilliant film. I think Schindler's List might vie for his best, but I think it's certainly my favorite of his. I love it. It's endlessly, I always say this, endlessly rewatchable. I actually watched it a few months back. I hadn't seen it in a while and needed a break, but it holds up so well. When it hits, it's the three boys at sea. Like it just
When they're drunk.
it becomes untouchable. That is one of
galley,
that is one of the greatest scenes of all time, unquestionably. If someone told me I had to do a top 5 best scenes ever, that would be in there. That whole scene is brilliant. Robert Shaw's monologue about the USS in Indianapolis is amazing, brilliant, chilling.
It's one of those scenes too. Like if you watched this film when you were younger, that scene you'd lose interest in the film with that scene, right? Because it's a very long. Monologue kind of scene, and it's quite boring to a child.
Yeah.
And when you become an adult,
it's
the moment that scene hits.
Yeah. You're waiting for that
revelation.
Scene. It's an incredible scene.
And then they get drunk and sing, and
I'm tired.
And then Richard Dreyfuss singing when he just goes nuts.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Like that's what I love about Richard Dreyfuss. I think he's one of the more unpredictable actors in Hollywood.
Oh, he's brilliant. I mean, the only reason he accepted the film is because he thought his film Duddy Kravitz, he was terrible in it, and he needed a job real quick.
And just before it, he'd made an X-rated film called Inserts with Jessica Harper and Bob Hoskins.
I didn't know that.
And it's X-rated, like it's unsimulated sex.
So it's not American Graffiti.
That came first, didn't
it?
That's
a great film too. All right, Jaws. Stephen, well done.
Yeah, well done, son.
All right, let's record you.
Love me, Spielberg.
Oh, Stephen, one of the all-time greats. I won't hear a bad word against Stephen.
No, neither will
If you criticise Spielberg, you're a dunce.
Yep. And don't listen to this show. Go in the usual direction to start with. You ready?
Yeah, go on.
We've done it before. That's on Godzilla.
What else is it on?
Gamera.
Fire
we
out.
had that conversation with the Godzilla conversation. I'm going to go again.
Yeah, go again.
I'm not happy with that.
I don't know if I can handle it.
I guess we're kind of breaking our rules by not talking about where it lands, but hey, we've done it.
But yeah, don't worry about
We're going up higher.
Go higher. Man, that was a tasty throw.
Did you hear the splat?
Yeah, I did.
It's all over the desk. That is on Eye for an Eye.
Okay. No.
Right. Sally Field and Kiefer Sutherland.
Okay.
And this is about this is actually a great film. This is the one where Kiefer Sutherland plays the child snatcher Like he's a murderous rapist, rapey murderist. I don't know which
yeah.
order it goes in. Or
Yeah.
Depends what kind you are.
A Neapolitan ice cream tub. It's a bit of
right.
different flavors.
And he premise is she's stuck in gridlock and she's on the phone to her daughter, and he snatches her while she's on the phone.
Far out.
So she hears the whole thing unfold, and all she's got to go on is his voice.
It's like Taken.
Pretty much is. And then it's just a mad dash panic to try and find her daughter. It's very much like Taken, actually.
Yeah.
And then the killer is revealed. You know, it's Kiefer Sutherland in one of his dankest performances. Like he's got the big handlebar.
Oh, the handlebar. What year? Do you know? 90s?
Yeah, 94,
Okay.
95, something like that.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just really fast paced. I'm trying to think of who directed it. That's why I'm sort of stalling.
Sure.
John. I can't remember who it is. Anyway, it's not John Borman, but it's. Can't remember.
Insert name. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
I've just excited myself.
So you rate it? Like I
rate it highly. I mean, I don't think it performed very well critically.
Okay.
I think it was probably a bit too contrived, but I like contrived.
It's good fun.
Yeah, I like contrived films. So
I'll have to check it.
Kiefer's great, and Sally Field. I remember those moments when the penny drops that her daughter is being taken.
Yeah.
And that mad, she runs right down the traffic, you know, and the camera just chases with her.
Wow.
It's really good.
What do you think of Sally? You fan?
Not particularly.
Same.
I mean, I was a huge fan of Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah.
She was cute as a button, and she's great in those films. But she lost me at the whole, you love me. You really love me.
The Norma Ray Oscar
And Norma
moment.
Ray is such a good film. Like, I rate that really highly. When it comes to industrial action films, that's one of my favourites. But
she won for that, didn't she?
when those actors show their true colours and the ego takes over, I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we don't love you, Sally.
No.
So, yeah, let's go.
Oh, okay. Well, let me film it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there you go, Sally.
I wish I could give you more on that one because it's a good film. I'm just blanking. Where are we going?
Okay, well, let's go behind. Although I feel like this is, we're just going to go in here.
All right. Because you've spotted something.
I haven't, maybe. I won't hit it. If I hit it, I'll be so happy.
We'll just go.
Oh,
you did?
No, I didn't. I wanted Inside Llewyn Davis. I got the film next to it. What is it on?
That is on In the Name of the Father.
Oh, okay. No, I can do this.
It's also an initiation, but we'll do it In the Name of the Father.
In the Name of the Father, yes. Jim Sheridan.
Well, this is fitting. You're leaving the show and we're going to talk about Daniel Day-Lewis.
We've done Bond.
I think the first episode is what kicked it all off.
Done Jaws. We're doing Daniel. This is territory. In the Name of the Father. You are a fan of this film, though.
I love this film.
And you do rate his performance in it.
Very, very highly.
One of his best.
Yep.
The scene that always sticks with me is when he finds out his dad, Peter Postlewaite's dead. And he's just like, thank you. If this film was made in 1993, people, if you haven't seen it, I don't know what to do. But you know what I mean?
We're informing people. Well, they probably haven't.
So I'm going anyway. And then he finally has the meltdown in that montage. It's a powerful scene. Great film.
I'm a sucker for IRA films.
Yeah,
and
it's one of the best.
It's one of the best, and it came not long after the Crying Game, so there was definitely a flavour.
Yeah,
I think the IRA was kind of on its way out.
Yeah, they were not in fashion.
Yeah, and so Hollywood was capitalising on it.
Yeah,
a topical thing, and like you also had the Patriot Games.
Yes,
Harrison Ford and
that's a good film.
Yeah, but this one is just one of the best. It's Jim Sheridan who came off
My Left Foot,
and then followed it up with The Boxer, which was also Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, they had a little thing going on.
Yeah, it's great. The tone of the film is brilliant.
Yeah,
Irish films are just good looking.
Irish films are great.
Yep.
Yeah, My Left Foot's pretty good too. Actually, that's a good film.
Really good.
Yeah, he's another great performance.
We've talked about that too.
Yeah. So
this my go?
This is your favourite Daniel performance? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I reckon it might be.
Not 9.
Oh. You know the poster of 9? He looks like Nicolas Cage. I used to always think that was Nicolas Cage.
He does too, actually. There Will Be Blood is obviously his best. Anyway, we can move on. Daniel, I salute you.
Of course you do. Blu-ray time.
Oh, mate. How's that?
Lethal Weapon.
Didn't stick, people. Didn't stick.
Not many of that. That doesn't happen very often, does it?
Lethal Weapon. Okay.
Well, firstly, we did an entire podcast on the Lethal Weapon franchise. If you go back to we had a show called Franchised, and if you go back through the archives, there's an entire hour spent talking about all of them.
Okay.
I love Lethal Weapon, and I was really disappointed on that podcast because my co-host was Jarrett and Sean, and neither of them thought too highly of this franchise. And I'm like, what? I went into it, prepped.
Yeah.
We're going to have this froth this.
Yeah.
And right out of the gates,
And they let you
they're
down.
like, no, I just don't think much of it. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I like Lethal Weapon.
I love Lethal. The first one is just...
Is that your favourite one of the 4?
Well, this is going to be true to form, surely. Number 4 is my favourite.
Number 4 is actually good.
Number 4 is really good.
Is that with Jet Li?
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, talk about a movie that wouldn't float today.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh,
I would not float
everybody
at all.
goes into the restaurant looking for fried rice.
Oh, yeah.
Fried rice, I think it was.
Even the second one with the South Africans.
Oh, the significant guys.
They wouldn't fly either.
But you're black.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, even though you got Danny Glover in there, like the stereotypes too.
Yeah, it's brutal. Well, I like that one. What's the one? Is it maybe the 3rd or the 4th where the guys like the guys his head gets taken off in the car, you know, with the wooden pane?
Oh,
is that
no,
number 4?
No, actually, that's a great question. I think
Yeah.
it's number 3.
Number 3.
It's where Gibson's on the motorbike. And
Yeah,
the
that's
front
right.
Window smashed.
Yeah,
and he's
that's
got
right.
the long mullet.
Brutal.
Yeah,
Pesci, I love him in that.
I don't like number 3, but it's got some great
Good
moments in it. Yeah, Eric Clapton did the music.
Yeah. I love Pesci in that franchise. He just plays the dunce.
Oh,
It's just good to see him in that because he's always like the psycho killer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Leo Getz.
Yeah.
Okay.
What an actor.
Oh, best.
Mel Gibson,
Mhm.
what a sensational leading man.
Constantly cancelled.
I know. He is. I mean, the man's done well to survive. I mean, he's struggling, but he still defies the odds, man.
Yeah, I believe the current cancel is something he did 10 years ago when he got cancelled.
It's ridiculous, isn't
Cancelled for what he was cancelled for.
it? It's ridiculous. The
It is.
hypocrisy.
Yeah.
He was
I
flying
still love
high.
Mel. I
Yeah.
still love him. He's got his demons, but you know what? A lot of us do.
He's a talented man.
Sure is.
Well,
He's great behind the camera.
Yeah, he's a great director. Have you seen that speech that Robert Downey did? I can't remember, it was at the Oscars or the Golden Globes, where he was like, you know, when I was rock bottom, this man let me sleep on his couch.
Yeah.
Did all this. He's like, he forgave me.
This
Why
is
don't you forgive him?
This is the thing.
It's a really good
Every time he
speech.
gets cancelled, there are so many stories come out of Hollywood about what a great guy he is.
Yeah.
That he really nurtures a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's the ones that want to cancel him have never worked with him. They don't actually know him personally. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
I do love him, but yeah, Lethal Weapon. It's
Yeah.
bloody brilliant. They're still talking about doing another one. It
Maybe
won't
can't-
happen. Like
no.
Richard Donner's nearly 100, isn't he? Like
I can't believe he's still kicking.
he's like
yeah.
90.
He's definitely over 90. Yeah. Like, Richard Donner's a great director.
Yeah, I agree.
He's made some great stuff.
He's a licorice all sort, mate.
Yeah. Indeed. No, he is.
Oh, you're going.
One for the road.
All right, is this it? Is this
Yeah,
the
I
last
think
one?
this is it.
Probably is. How long were you going for? No, it's not the last one.
All right.
Nowhere
This
near
is
it.
my last one, and Glenn's got one to go. All right. I'm going to go Blu-rays. I'm feeling Blu-rays because it's 2020.
All right, splotch that.
All right. Are we ready to rock and
One.
roll?
Yeah. Oh no, you're not going to want to talk about that at all.
Toolbox. Was
That's Toolbox Murders too.
oh, gosh.
Okay, there is a story to this, so
Is it this? Can I just say, does someone kill people with a toolbox?
we'll briefly talk about it. Number 2 particularly. All right, so the backstory is Toby Hooper, Texas Chainsaw Massacre fame, made a film in the 90s, late 90s, 90s, or maybe early 2000s, whatever. Toolbox Murders, it was a remake of a, a video nasty from the 70s.
Yes.
Anyway, that was that. It didn't really perform very well, but it did warrant a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Sequel was in production, Toolbox Murders 2. Massive production troubles with the director falling out with the studio.
Okay.
And so he was denied permission to finish the film.
Wow.
So he actually took the footage he had shot professionally with the studio's money and then shot his own footage with a really crappy DV camera and made another movie called Coffin Baby, which you can see underneath
I can see that, yeah.
So Coffin Baby was his middle finger salute to the studio saying, well, I'm still going to make a movie. It's a different movie. It's not going to have any connections, but it's the same footage, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He did that. Somehow, in doing so, convinced the studio to give back the film.
Wow.
And they allowed him to finish it. So it was a really clever sort of
There you go.
strategy.
Brilliant.
And he made Toolbox Murders 2, and that's got Bruce Dern in it, I believe.
Bruce? Wow.
It's not a good movie, but it's nasty.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a gore hound, it's stylish gore, Saw style.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot of people that love that. It's called torture porn, and it's,
Okay.
there's an audience for it. And
Yeah.
if you love just that, Toolbox Murders 2 is worth it.
So
alone.
it's not a quality piece of meat, but it is cooked rare.
I do like the first film that Toby Hooper made, but the second one, I own it just because the only way to find out what it was like was to buy it.
Yeah.
And a little bit of regret, I guess.
Yeah. But it was here for a purpose.
Yeah, and It doesn't even matter if the Spitball's damaging the slick there because it is what it is.
It is what it is. Toolbox.
I'm not even going to bother filming the next one. All right.
All right, mate. What are you feeling?
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray?
Up
Yeah.
high.
All right.
Top shelf.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever hit the top.
No, you've gone above it.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Hang on. Go again. I hit the umbrella. There's an umbrella in here. People.
Yeah, I know, much to my chagrin. I'm getting nervous over here, mate.
It's a lighted umbrella.
Yeah,
they can't see it on the camera.
Yeah, that's I know. If it falls. All right. What's it underneath or above?
Is
it underneath? It's not underneath.
No, it's
Deception.
This is a choose your own adventure right here. So we've got above it because it's landed right in the middle. This is where I should have filmed it. It's underneath Absolute Deception, which is a Brian Trenchard Smith film with Cuba Gooding Jr. shot in Queensland.
I reckon I've seen some of that.
Angriest Man in Brooklyn, which is a Robin Williams film.
Yes.
I want to say it's directed by Bobcat Goldthwait.
Not sure.
Maybe.
Yep.
All right. And then below it, you've got Colour Out of Space, which we've covered on this podcast extensively, and we've had the director Richard Stanley on as an interviewee.
We have, indeed.
So, what if we go...
What's it near? Avatar.
I tell you what, top row, pick one.
Oh, mate.
Final choice. You're leaving the show.
Mate,
run of the mill, mate.
You realise you've got Apocalypse Now up there, mate.
But we have talked about that at length.
What a Stone Cold classic.
Pick another one.
All right, let me have a look. Okay. Okay. Give me one tick, people. We've got the Avengers. We've got... I'm trying to go. Far out, mate. You put me under the pump here. All right. How about we end on a film I know you don't like? Let's talk about...
Thanks.
Hang on. Yeah, let's talk about... Let's talk about American Hustle.
David O. Russell?
Yeah, got like 13 Oscar nominations.
Ludicrous.
Ridiculous.
This is like... It feels like a school play.
Now, I didn't hate it like you did, but I don't think it's a very good film.
Let's just stop the press. Because quite often we land on things that I don't like.
We do, yeah.
People might think, well, why does he own it?
Yeah, you're a completist.
Well, there's nothing to complete there. A lot of these are given to us as screeners by
comps people
for review purpose.
It's the burden of media.
You know, I could be savvy like... I probably shouldn't have said that.
No. We can cut that.
Probably cut that.
Yeah, American Hustle. David O. Russell, what do you think of him as a filmmaker?
I used to love him. He came on the scene with a movie called Spankin' the Monkey.
Yeah, I've heard of
with
that.
Jeremy Davis. It was an incest comedy.
Yeah.
That's all there is to say about it. But it's a really good film that I like really audacious debut films.
Yep.
And I guess if you're going to get people's attention, you've got to be outrageous. So that's a good debut. But then he followed it up with like Flirting with Disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing film with who's in that one? Ben Stiller,
Yep.
Richard Jenkins, Lily Tomlin.
Well, I mean, if you YouTube Lily Tomlin, David O. Russell, there is insane rant with David O. Russell absolutely going off his chain at her. Mm-hmm. Listen to it. He's
insane. A maniac.
He's a cooked unit.
He's come down. He's like been brought down a few minutes. But in those days, he was
insane. I was shocked.
Yeah.
Like this young director, Lily's like, quite established. Absolutely. She's remaining very calm. I was stunned.
Well, that's a testament to her.
Yeah, good on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's an amusing individual. I like Silver Linings Playbook.
I think that's great. I really like Joy.
Yeah, I never caught that one, but it looks interesting. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I thought Silver Linings is a really good film.
I think he maintains an auteur kind of attitude. Like you can still watch a film and know it's his without necessarily being aware of it.
That's right.
So but that is a shit ass film.
Yeah, I think he was trying. To me, it was like a try hard Scorsese.
It was. Do you know what I think lets it down is just the wardrobe and costume.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
It's really
far
fetched.
Yeah,
absolutely. It looks like they've raided like a Salvo store or
something.
Looks
like an ABC production.
Yeah, actually, it looks like those really bad Aussie biopic movies.
Underbelly.
I'm going more Hogues and those sort of really bad ones.
No, I hear. Yeah, look, I mean, the funny thing because it came out in 2013 and Wolf of Wall Street came out that year, and they came out pretty close to each other. So he was trying to do Scorsese, and then Scorsese
Scorsese
gave us the real thing, and it's just
Well, also
much
you had
better.
American Gangster had come out. Was that around about the same time or before?
No, I reckon American Gangster was 07.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
I just had this funny feeling because maybe I just saw it on the shelf after the fact, but I remember thinking that this, Ridley Scott did it better.
Oh, he did. Yeah, American Gangster's pretty good.
Yeah, I
that's
think
pretty
so.
solid. But that's got some great performances, which really help it too. I think Christian Bale's good in Hustle, and I don't mind Bradley Cooper, but yeah, it doesn't have the same weight.
I feel like they all go over the top.
Oh, they do. Oh, particularly Bradley does go over the top. Actually, particularly Jennifer Lawrence.
Is Jeremy Renner in that?
Yeah, he's in that.
He goes way over
He goes over the top. I actually really like Renner. He's kind of dropped off the map a bit, I feel.
I used to like him.
Yeah.
I don't know. He lost me for a while.
The Town. He's brilliant in The Town. That's a great film.
That is a great film.
What a classic.
He burst onto the scene in a film probably no one's seen called Dahmer, which is about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Heard of it, haven't seen
and
it.
He played Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh,
the most convincing performance in those sort of serial killer biopics I've seen in a long time.
Well, I might have to check that out.
Yeah.
I loved him in The Hurt Locker. He's brilliant.
He was. He's good.
Yeah.
I even didn't mind him replacing Matt Damon in the Bourne films.
Yeah, he was solid in that. He was solid. It's a tough act to follow.
The film wasn't solid, but the performance was.
The performance was good. Yeah. Yeah, American Hustle. Sorry to do that to you.
There you go. Well, that I think that takes us far enough.
Yeah.
Well, mate, that's it. End of the road.
Au revoir.